Hi guys, happy Wednesday. I am Jen Lormond, exercise physiologist, co-owner of Tight New Tinkler, mom of 3. I'm Christina Walsh, physical therapist, mom of 2, and co-owner of Tight New Tinkler. In honor of World Breastfeeding Week, we're super excited to bring you some baby feeding tips our way. We have really worked with so many moms over the past 25 years for me, and we just learned these tips from working with moms, and they're really simple and easy to apply. So hang around for the end of this video because we've got 2 bonus tips aside from the one that we posted earlier this week on our social media. Christina's going to be the mama. All right. This is big. So Jen and I have fed 5 babies between the 2 of us and learned this through our own experience too. I started out with just a boppy, which is a flat, thin cushion, trying to feed baby like that, like this. And you can see baby's head is not in the right place. So in order to bring baby, you want head a little higher than feet. And then you want baby up here. So I'm having to lift my elbow and kind of hike my shoulder. Yeah. And this is causing terrible flare-ups here of the tension that I already deal with in my neck and upper back. So you've got your solution. Leave the pillows all over the house. Anywhere you're going to be feeding baby, stash the pillows. This is well worth the strategizing for the relief that it's going to get you. Whether you're bottle feeding or breastfeeding, we're speaking to you because you're still in that position of holding the baby's head up. So even if you're not breastfeeding, we are still speaking to you because you're probably doing that same shoulder hiking just for clarity. For probably just as many hours. Yes. So a couple things that I do want to point out is this pillow behind Christina, which we're using an Eric's pad, but in our previous post, we talked about normally you would use a pillow the lengthways. We want you to turn it tall ways and make sure that it's supporting you all the way from your tailbone to that upper back, because you have weaker core muscles from pregnancy, and you're not really able to, particularly depending on how freshly postpartum you are, hold yourself up with good posture. So that's going to help support her back that normally her abs would be doing for her. She talked about the boppy pillow being lower, so Christina's going to prop herself up. So what I found I had to do was wedge at least another pillow, probably more than that. These are nice, thick, firm pillows, so I don't take that many. And you can see now my arm is completely supported. And it's important that you get the pillow not just across your forearm in the front, because then I'm not really actually fully supported. I'm still going to have to be doing some funky maneuvers with my shoulder. Get it all the way under your whole arm, and you're going to just be able to enjoy that time with me, not worry about what am I doing to my neck and my mid-back and the shoulder in the process. Yes, it's going to feel so much better. Try it out. And if you are dealing with any of that tightness, have a really awesome stretch that will be your new favorite to show you next. Yeah. So we're gonna kind of do a little maneuvering here as we set up for our stretch. This is great to practice a couple times a day. So Christina is going to make her way down to the floor. I'm just going to make sure that we are in frame here. All right. So what she's going to do is pull her knees in towards her chest, give herself a great big hug. And she's going to gently drop her knees in one direction. Arms and head are going to go in the opposite direction. She's going to take a breath here. You can see that this is a really nice cross-body stretch that's going to be opening up her chest, her mid-back, all the way into her low back. Doesn't that feel good, Chris? This is amazing. And this is a great place to do some nice deep breath work. If you have any tight spots along your ribs, or you really want to decompress your neck and mid-back, this is a perfect spot to do it in. And play with the arm position here. If you're feeling pulling in your neck or mid-back, bring the arm down a little bit and bend your elbow. And you can progress the stretch by raising the arm more overhead and with a straighter elbow. Be kind to yourself. You can lay here a while. You can do repetitions. There's some variety here that's accessible. You can bring the arm open and close.
Yeah, we love this book opener. Gonna gently open up those ribs. So she's turning head, neck, and shoulders, stacking one shoulder on top of the other, and then opening this up. If you're real tight in this upper quadrant through your chest and your shoulders, a way that you can modify that is she's gonna bend her elbow and make it come, instead of trying to get her hand to touch all the way down, she's just gonna touch with her elbow. That's going to be less of a pull. So you know you're that person if you kind of feel like you're air touching and you can't get your hand down because you're so tight through here, then you're going to bend that elbow to try to guide and open up the front of the shoulder and the chest on that movement. And then you would do the same thing on the other side, very gently and kindly keeping those knees together, dropping to one side and then opening and closing.
I like to do the repetitions, but then I also like to just lay in the open position and just do some nice deep breathing and feel that shoulder blade slowly just settle back into the ground. It is so relieving. It's going to take the pressure off your neck, your back, your shoulder so beautifully. You're going to find this one to be extremely helpful.
Yeah, because you know, when you have a baby and you're holding a baby and you're even just in general with our lives, so even if your babies are older and you're not hauling babies anymore, we still do this so much.
Yep, if
When
you work
we're
at a
here,
computer,
yes.
if you're driving, carting kids around, this is going to be a benefit for you as well, even if your little ones are more grown.
And then the last tip that we have for our freshly postpartum mom is you have a lot of relaxin in your system. And with that's that hormone that helps us deliver baby, and it also helps our bones spread, our hips and pelvis spread as we're pregnant to be able to accommodate for our growing belly. And with that being said, it also can make your joints loosey-goosey. Now, for our nursing moms, we're speaking to you right now, when you're nursing, that relaxin hangs around in your body for a much longer period of time. And that can cause you to possibly dislocate joints. So we want you to be kind to your body, and in that postpartum period, avoid high impact activity.
Yeah, and we completely understand the compulsion to get back to doing the things you used to do or the things you love that make you feel strong and fit and help you lose the baby weight. But adding any impact exercise in that period is not going to be your friend. It's going to increase back pain. It's going to increase pressure, that downward pressure in your pelvis that you've had enough of from pregnancy and delivery, no matter how you deliver it. So most women are not told this, but it's very important information that, especially for the duration of breastfeeding, that you don't try to push back into those high impact exercises. Walking, great. There's plenty of ways to get your heart rate.
Training.
Yep.
You can do your stationary bike, right? We're not saying don't exercise, but if you're a runner, just be kind to your body and switch up your cardiovascular activity during that period. Because if you are a nursing mama, which leads us to our third tip, it's really important if you're doing those activities to make sure, if you're exercising, that you are completely emptying your breasts before you exercise, whether that's strength training or cardio. Why should we do that?
Well, because you risk engorgement and letdown, as well as possibly developing mastitis if you don't empty those breasts before you exercise. And if anybody's ever had mastitis, it's not something you want to toy with or risk getting. So that's an awesome tip. Another one that those people don't know. Nobody's telling moms this stuff, and it's stuff that we educate on all the time. Really important nuggets that are pivotal to protecting you at this vulnerable yet really special stage of life.
Yeah, and with emptying your breast before you exercise, you do want to do it, just to clarify, right before you exercise. So you don't want to have emptied your breast, hang out an hour and a half, and then go exercise. It really needs to be you empty your breast and then you go exercise right after. The research shows it's kind of half-half as to whether or not there's some breast rejection with baby. If you're trying to nurse after exercise, you might have more lactic acid buildup. So just from the bonding experience as well as the health benefits, you want to empty those breasts before you exercise. Hopefully you found this stuff helpful. Tag, share with another mom who might really benefit from hearing this information. Again, you're not going to hear this information from anyone else. These are a perfect example of the gaps in the care for women that we are trying to fill. Moms deserve care too. And that's what we specialize in. That's what we're here for. And that was our slam on providing that for World Breastfeeding Week. This is stuff we've lived through and taught so many moms along the way. If you have any questions about nursing or core conditions or core dysfunction, drop those below, send us a message. We'd be happy to answer those for you. We'll see you guys next week.